Thomas Giffra. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I want to ask you, there are dozens of people coming forward. Some to you, some to another attorney, but there are dozens of people. What stood out with these three men to you that made you say, you know what, we need to file this case?
The patterns. The patterns. Whenever you have a serial abuser, they follow a pattern. Harvey Weinstein had a pattern. Sean Combs has a pattern. And with all three of them, the stories are a little different, but the pattern's always the same. Come into my orbit, have a drink, you get woozy, take a rest, wake up to being sodomized. That was the pattern, and it was the same in every single story.
And the details that they told you, can you give me a sense of, was there some detail that sort of stuck with you that said, I have to go forward with this?
Well, I think the person who was his gopher really struck me when he regained consciousness and Sean says to him, I'm almost done, held still. And that struck me. That was a powerful recollection, and I was struck by it, and just the rawness and the arrogance, actually, that went along with it, and the entitlement. So that was the one that really stuck with me.
I want to ask you, because your clients are filing, for now, anonymously.
Correct.
Why?
Every single one of them, after the rapes, were threatened. They were threatened with physical harm. They were told, if you do anything, it's not going to be good for you. And Sean Combs is not somebody who runs around with a bunch of choir boys, and those threats are very real to all of these men. One of them knew him from the neighborhood, knew the people he ran with, and knew that these were not empty threats. These were not a bunch of lawyers in offices somewhere. These are guys who can follow through, make your life end, cause you physical harm. So they were terrified.
You know the law better than I do, that defendants have to be able to face their accusers. And in another case, a judge did say, look, this was filed anonymously, but you now have to reveal your name. And she did indeed reveal her name. Are your clients willing, if that's what transpires, to
If it comes to pass, that's a discussion we'll have to have. I think my own personal opinion as somebody who represents people who are the survivors of abuse is there's another device by which the abusers try to abuse them and intimidate them. So I think, frankly, if it was me and I was in Washington or I was in Albany writing the law, I would say any abuser should be able to proceed anonymously, but that's just not the law. They leave it to a judge.
We know that there are several cases going simultaneously,
correct,
including a criminal case. Has anyone contacted you or your clients from the federal government, from federal investigations, to ask for details to?
Not at this time. Not at this time.
Not at this
no.
time. Okay.
No. But we only filed it, in the last few days.
I know you saw what Combs has said about your clients. Full of lies. These stories are full of lies. What do you say to him and his attorneys?
Well, what else are they going to say? They're not going to say they're true. They're going to say the typical thing that's said in every single one of these cases, that these are untrue, it's made up, it's phony, it's just a monetary shakedown. What else can they do? He's sitting in lockup in Brooklyn right now, charged with these very same things. And he really has no defense other than to badmouth the people who are suing him, badmouth the lawyers, and that's what he's doing.
Your case stands out in several ways, but it highlights men talking about, what they say happened and talking about sexual abuse. How difficult is it for the clients to talk about sexual assault? And how often how rare is it for men to come forward?
Well, the one thing I've learned is statistically 9% of all rapes in this country involve men that are reported. I think it's no different for men than women to come forward. I think anytime somebody's a victim of sex abuse, it's difficult. It doesn't matter the gender.
Did they have difficulty speaking about the sexual abuse?
They did, and thankfully I've done it a long enough time, and I know how to speak to people, and I try to show the empathy and listen to the story and try to make them feel safe, because it's really, they've lost all the power. That's the whole thing about sexual abuse. They take power away from these people, and to get them to kind of communicate can be challenging at times because it's difficult.